What's up, guys? Another episode of Pixel Effect here. This one's gonna be short because this is a question from Hassan. He wants to know how I came to find Shantae and fall in love with her and treat her as one of my favorite series. Well, Shantae came out 2002, and as many of you know, it did not get the treatment it should have. So they did not ship many copies of the game, so it was hard to come by back then. And but you knew about the game. Like, I knew about the game back then, but I didn't really care too much because, growing up, as I've said in past videos, me and my sister didn't get to play many games. And that wasn't because we were poor or anything like that. That's just because our parents didn't want us playing a lot of video games. So we only had, we had several games, but it was restricted kind of what we could get. Cause like, say for instance, Sega was my first system. Our parents bought me Sonic the Hedgehog as my first game, and they bought me Sonic 2, 3, Knuckles. That was pretty much it. I think I got Buzzbee 2 and Earthworm Jim from a bargain bin late in the system's life when it was pretty much dying out. Because like I said, we didn't get any new system. We were still playing the Sega. And then my aunt bought us a PlayStation, and so we upgraded and started playing it. And then we got the Crash games, Crash 1, 2, 3, Crash Team Racing, and Crash Bash. So we grew up on those games and treated those games as just the most amazing things in the world because that's all we had, And then in PlayStation's lifetime, we did get a few new things like Namco Museum, Namco Museum, I'm trying to think what else, and a lot of demo discs. We had a lot of demo discs, and we treated those as real games because that's all we had. So I had one demo disc that had games like The Emperor's New Groove. There's a Star Wars, not a kart game, it was a Star Wars Battle Royale shooter game where you're in the ships and everything. Forget the name of that. I want to say, oh god, what was that? Demolition, Star Wars Demolition. We had that, so we played that, and that's all we had. Even when the Dreamcast and that line of systems came out, we still had the PlayStation. Like the GameCube and all that came out, and we still had PlayStation. Our parents did not get us anything new until the GameCube, and that was again from my aunt, I believe. She got us one. So it was tough. But in between all of that, buried down in there, Shantae was around. Like, I knew she was around, and my first chance to play her came with Risky's Revenge. Because that one got advertised a lot more than the original Shantae, because like I said, it took us several years just for that to come out too. And once it came out, I saw how great a series the game was, and I was like, man, this character's kind of cool. But I remember her from when I was little, and see, back then, in the towns I lived in, you got what you got, and stores back then had demo kiosks, so you had to play games back then in those demo kiosks to understand, like, hey, this game seems like something I want to play. Let's go with that. And I got Shantae's Risky Revenge. It was for DSiWare, but God, it was such a fun game. And after that, I went looking for the old game again, but sadly I could not find it. But I remember reading game magazines back then that this game was around and everything. And so, I just stuck with it. And there's no big super hidden story to why I like Shantae. I just enjoy the story, I enjoy the characters, and I enjoy the passion they put into the soundtrack and, like I said, the characters. Like, they don't just throw the game out there. I think each game has its own, pros and cons. A lot of people didn't like Hassan and Hero. I see people comment on their Twitter a lot saying, like, I didn't like it being straightforward. I didn't mind that so much. I played each game. Hassan and Hero was super fun. I still enjoyed it. Like, I won't forget the first days when the betas came out. That was some of the most fun I've ever had playing the game. And then I started speed running it and everything, and I've always enjoyed they hide those things in the game where they have speed running and the extra panels you can get at the end. But you know, I do miss the days when they had game magazines, because nowadays we have the internet, and I guess that really killed a lot of game magazines. That's what killed Prima's strategy guides and a lot of strategy guide books you would see that would come out. The internet killed a lot of those, because why go buy a book for $15-20 when you can just literally Google everything you want to know? Like, how do you get this character? You know, go buy a strategy guide. Today, just Google it, and you'll see like 20,000 web pages telling you how to do the same thing. You know, it's like, man, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, you know, it's different. You know, when I was growing up, you know, you had to rely on game magazines and a few gaming websites back then. Like, we had OneUp.com. I'm not sure what happened to them, but we had that. And so you had to mix news between that and, you know, what you see in the stores. And like TV shows like X-Play came out. Great show. I miss X-Play back when it was on Tech TV. Because back then, that's the games we got, and that's how we found out information about these games. And that's how you found out if they were any good or not. Because there were many times, there were some series out there that I had no idea existed and fell in love with, you know, because back then, you didn't have like internet forums, you didn't have YouTube, so you couldn't rely on people telling you what game was fun. You just took a risk and jumped. You jumped at a game, and if it was good, you know, you went for it. And Shantae was one of those games, you know, I took the risk. I said, let's try it out. Saw it was great. Started following it. And I told myself, you know, I want to keep doing this. I want to keep following Shantae and this company. And WayForward has continued to be one of my favorite companies out there. You know, they have done nothing wrong in my eyes. You know, they have the Mighty Switch Force series. They have Shantae. They have tons of characters. And, you know, it's just great. I just love it. I just love it. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, no big elaborate story why I follow Shantae. It's kind of, like I said, a short story. Basically, I started with a DSiWare game. I moved back to the Game Boy Color game when it came around, and I could find it, because finding copies of that game are hard. I mean, you can get a bootleg copy, basically, but it's not the same. You know, it's not the same, because it's just different. It's nicer to own it, you know. But I have played, you know, copies on PC and things like that. And then, of course, you got Half Genie Hero, The Pirate Curse, and now Shantae 5's coming out. I'm looking forward to it, but, you know, that's pretty much it, you know. But I just want to do this video still because, you know, it's the first time I was asked a question of why I fell in love with Shantae. I felt, hey, a video would just do just as good as typing this up, you know, because I was at work, actually. So, sorry it took me so long to get around to it, Hassan, but that's pretty much it. Hassan actually also made this thumbnail, so big thanks to that. Like, I have not fiddled around with SMF that much to understand how to use it, and they went and made this awesome thumbnail and picture for me. So that means a ton. You know, thank you for that. Seriously, that was awesome when I saw it at work, and they even made the title for me. So thanks a lot for that. And that's it for now, guys, and I will talk to you later. All right.